It's just like a continuation or like an edifying of the previous lesson. Without wasting any time, let's move on. Before you, before we move on, I just wanna say my voice keeps on. I mean, I know I have some sinuses going on. So if you don't know, I'm from Botswana, but I'm currently living in the U.S. It's not about a cool thing, so don't ask. So my body, I think, is not used to the weather and all the things. So I'm always pretty much feeling some kind of way sick. That's what's happening. So anyway, let's get to the lesson.
Dumelang, welcome back to Setswana class.
Dumelang, for those who don't know, it's hello. How
Today
are you?
we are going to talk about weather. Tsatsi jeno re tsile go bua ka bosa. Just like anywhere else in the world, weather in Botswana is very important, so you can use it as an icebreaker.
I like how I said you can use it. But anyway, so just to break this down, weather is really important in Botswana. The currency of Botswana is called pula. I like it's not like dollar. It's called pula, which means rain. So we're making it rain out there. No, so what I think inspired this name pula was because Botswana really depend on rain. So rain is like it's like this big thing in Botswana. Even like at meetings or something, the president to seal his message, whatever, he always have to say "pula," like to like. It's also like sort of a blessing. So rain is really important. So it trickles down to the weather. Um, so when you're in Botswana and you're just kind of like in an awkward moment, just say talk about the weather. Say something about the weather, and that's an icebreaker. Like if it's too hot, Botswana likes to complain. Even though Botswana is always pretty much hot, they'll be like, "Ish, why so which is like it's very hot, or homo hot, which is still like very hot." Or like you can say, "Laren, let's like, how is the sun? What do you think of this heat? What do you think of this hotness of the sun?" Or dikai dipula ka ko, like, how are the rains on your side and stuff like that. So that's like a perfect icebreaker in any situation. It doesn't matter official or not. If you ever in Botswana you encounter an awkward moment, just say something about the weather and you'll be fine.
Tepo loapi. Tepo loapi. Weather report.
This Tepoluapi, I actually just kind of copy and pasted it from the meteorology or the weather people who always report on the weather. They always say tepoya luapi. Tsatsi no tepoya luapi. Let's kota bogole mogote kwa kota bogole what. So tepoya luapi is like more often like an official thing that they use to report weather. So that's what they say. They are literally just it direct translate as studying the weather.
Maru. Maru. Clouds. Liru. Liru. Cloud. Diphefo. Diphefo. Windy. Phefo. Phefo. Wind. Pula. Pula. Rain. Pula yana. Pula yana. It's raining. Morwalela. morwalela, flood. Merwalela,
I just want to go back to Pulayana. Once maybe you are sitting with somebody and it starts raining or start pouring rain, you can say, ah, Pulayana. Or when the rain stops, you can say, Pula me. Pula me. So that's how you say it's rainy and it's not rainy. Um, I don't know, should I add that in a text? And maybe perhaps rewind that. Pulayana. Let's add text there so that everything is clear and you don't feel left like you've been left hanging if in case the rain stops and you don't know how to say it. So if you're just joining us, this is Setswana class and you are in luck, you can just be here and learn Setswana. Pula me. That's how you say it in short, or you can say pula ga ene, which means it's not rainy. But pula means when it's raining and then the rain stops. It happens a lot in Botswana, so you're gonna need this sentence right here. Pula ene. Like that. There we go. Pula yana and pula me. Or pula ga ene. Pula ga ene is like it's not raining. But you can look at the cloud and say pula like the rain is coming. You're gonna say that a lot in Botswana because the rain clouds are easily spotted. Pula pula but for a lot of people, you might realize that I always add this pulai. This is like an official way of like writing Setswana, but you can always drop the T, the L, and say pulai eta when you are speaking. But if it's like an official written Setswana, the L has to be there. It's the official way of writing Setswana. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section if there's any confusion here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. Let's move on.
morwalela, morwalela, flood. Merwalela, merwalela, floods. Tladi le dikgadima, tladi le dikgadima. Thunder and lightning.
Or lightning and thunder.
Letsatsi, letsatsi. Sun.
Or the sun, I think.
Bolelo, bolelo or mogote, mogote. Heat. Bothitho, bothitho. Warm. Borwa, borwa. South.
I added this direction because sometimes, excuse me, because my son is acting up. But sometimes it's important to know this type of things. But maybe I think like Bora, for example, you can say for South Africa, you can say Africa Bora. Maybe you are explaining how to pula e tla etswa ko Africa Borwa kon or etswa ko Borwa. If you are closer to South Africa, you might as well just say it's ko Africa Borwa, which is like just on your south. Oh my goodness, I keep pointing here, but I'm I'm way far away. So that's a habit. That's an old habit, I guess. So Bora, it's south. Uh, Just when you say South Africa, you're going to say Africa Borwa, which is south, like right there.
Bokoni, Bokoni, north. Bothaba, Bothaba, east.
I just didn't think I need to like add like southeast and northeast and all that because I think it's clear you're just gonna say Borwa Bothaba, Bokone Bothaba, Bokone Bophirima, Borwa Bophirima. So that's basically it.
Bophirima, Bophirima, west. Go letsatsi, go letsatsi. It's sunny. Go dipula, go dipula. It's rainy.
Yeah, so like basically what you're gonna do here is like when somebody, for example, when it rains in Botswana, most of the time they like the power goes off, and people might somebody might call you and be like, "Hey, hodi pula, my network is down, network e ga eyo," or "Ha kena network, hodi pula." They understand that the electricity or the power is out. So hodi pula, go letsatsi. These are like useful expression. Like you can literally just go out there and say "Ga go dipula" or "Go dipula" if it's raining, and you got it, man. Like you are ready to speak Setswana now. There is no any other additional information you need. You can just go ahead and talk about the weather.
Go diphefo, go diphefo. It's windy. Go merwalela, go merwalela. It's flooding. Pula e ena magadi, pula e ena magadi. Peaceful rain.
I don't know what they say about like stormy rains and and all that, but they don't say namahadi. If I may explain that, it means female or lady. I don't know. It's female, I think. So everything female in Setswana, it's pretty much like a peaceful thing. It's referred to as a peaceful thing. Like in for example in this rain is not used so much. It's just used when you are explaining the status of the rain. Like, hey, go nnile le dipula tse di na magadi beke e hitile, which means like the last week was just peaceful rain throughout. You're gonna need this a lot. Pula ena magadi. It sounds so powerful and so like honoring. I don't know. It's how packed it is. So that's how you're gonna say pula ena magadi. Even like I said, when the president or some official person after the meeting, they're gonna say pula or pula ele nele. Kileleletsa pula ena magadi, which means I'm wishing for peaceful rain. I'm wishing for blessings and of rain and all that. So pula ena magadi. Namahari is it's female. I don't know. Yeah, it's female. Like for example, also you can refer to animals. Khomo, like khomo ena mahadi, khomo e tonanyana, which means like a female cow and a male cow. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway.
Mosarasarani, Mosarasarani. Drizzle.
When you want to say, did I ever say that? Okay, let me just go ahead and add this text. Mosarasarani. Let's say you want to say it's drizzling at the moment. Pula e a sarasara. Pula ya sarasara. Like it's drizzling at the moment. Pula ya sarasara. Pula yana. And if it's drizzling, you can say pula ya sarasara. So yeah, you're ready. You're ready to go out there and explain what type of rain. Is it Pulayana Mahadi? Is it Pulayas? Is it Mosarasaran Wapula? Or what? So that's basically it. Alright, let's move on.
Dipula tsa medupi. Dipula tsa medupi. Continuous rain. Muane. Muane. Fog. Sefoka boleya. Sefoka boleya. Snow.
This vocabulary it's not common. Maybe there was a time when it snowed in the southern part of Africa, but it's really rare that you're gonna say Sufukabolea because it's I don't know, unless if you are like in America and you are telling somebody back in Botswana or in South Africa that hey, Hosefukabolea, which means it's snowing, but when you are out there, don't worry, you're not gonna be forced to say Sofoka Boli. I know it might be like a tongue twist for those who are not Tswana speakers.
Sefako. Sefako. Hail. Matsubuzubu. Matsubuzubu. Heavy winds or dusty winds.
Yeah.
Ho omelette. Ho omelette. It is dry.
It gets dry a lot in Botswana. I know this is not part of the weather, but it's also kind of like part of the weather. So you're gonna need to say all this like, hey, homelates. It's very dry. Where I am, it's very dry. It's something that you're gonna definitely need to explain when you are speaking Setswana and you are ready to go out there and say, hey, mo Botswana ho meletse batho. Or like mo Botswana ho dipula. Like you are ready. You can just say ho omelets and people will understand you. There's no any other additional information. If you are in Botswana and maybe you feel shy to communicate in Setswana, I encourage you to just take whatever I'm saying here and paste it. You will be fine. If you don't pronounce other words correctly, don't worry. People in Botswana are not fussy. They don't get offended like anywhere else in the world. So you are ready. Don't worry about anything.
Liuba. Liuba. Drought.
Drought is a common occurrence in Botswana. Now, especially with the weather or like global warming, whatever is happening around the world, and Botswana is experiencing drought every dry season. Um, go nna go le luba ko Botswana. Go nna go le luba. Like every summer, is it summer or winter? Every winter season, I think Botswana is always on the edge of drought. In other places, it's even like sometimes they declare state of emergency because there's drought and animals are dying. Wild animals and domestic animals are dying because there's no water. So Luuba, you have to remember this word, and you hear it a lot in Botswana, especially in winter or after winter. When it's not raining, people are gonna say, "Hey, holuba, holuba."
Motse wa godimo. Motse wa godimo or mokodi. Rainbow.
I think people in South Africa, Lesotho, they use Mokodi a lot. Maybe if you are in South Africa, you would wanna stick with Mokodi and they will understand you. People in Botswana, they just use Motswako and you'll be fine. You can even say Mokodi in Botswana and people won't understand you. So if you can't say Motswako because you're still training your tongue, just go ahead and say Mokodi, which is like it's easy. And please, guys, if you are in Botswana or South Africa and you want to communicate in Setswana, do not worry about anything when it comes to pronunciation. Okay, people where I'm from, they really love it when somebody, for example, like people from Zimbabwe, some of the words, because they speak like in Ndebele or Shona, it's hard for them to pronounce uh, these words correctly, but it's not offensive at all. People will not be offended. So, if you're just joining us, thank you. Welcome. This is the Setswana class. You are in for a treat. You're gonna learn Setswana. Check out other videos that I have uploaded. And you will enjoy. So we are almost to the end of the lesson, and keep watching. And also, please subscribe. Thank you so much for all those people who have subscribed.
Go thibile bonthabongwe. Go thibile bonthabongwe. It's partly cloudy. Okay, this is the end of our lesson today. There's a lot to unpack from this video.
So yes, that's the end of lesson today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you just mistakenly clicked on this video, welcome. This is a Setswana class, like it says. You are in for a treat. It's never too late to learn a new language. I'm still learning other languages. I think I'm working on learning Spanish. I learned Turkish a little bit, but then I moved out of Turkey and now I'm here. I'm learning American English, believe it or not. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Hosea.